Most people building a Barndominium in 2026 are making one mistake that is costing them thousands of dollars and years of frustration. They are buying the wrong steel building system. They see a great price, order a kit, and only discover after breaking ground that their dream open-concept home requires them to build an entirely separate house inside the steel shell just to get a finished interior. The cord bracing is poking through finished walls. The trusses are eating 3 feet of their ceiling height, and the wind bracing is destroying their floor plan. But there is one Barndominium design that was specifically engineered to eliminate every single one of those problems before construction even begins. It is called the tube-leg Barndominium, and by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly why it is the most underrated steel home system on the market in 2026. If you are planning to build, considering a Barndominium, or just researching your options, subscribe right now and hit that notification bell, because we cover alternative housing in ways no one else does. And I am going to show you exactly how the tube leg system handles the one problem that kills most Barndominium interior finishes before the drywall even goes up. That reveal is coming up shortly. What is a tube leg Barndominium? Let us start with the foundation of this topic. A tube leg Barndominium is a steel-framed residential building that uses heavy, straight 6-inch steel tube columns as its primary vertical support instead of the tapered red iron legs found in traditional commercial steel buildings. The name comes directly from that straight tube column design. To understand why this matters, you have to understand the 4 types of steel building systems available for residential use. First is the red iron rigid frame, which was designed for warehouses and commercial buildings, not homes. Second is light gauge steel, which mimics wood framing but with thin metal studs. Third is the open web column design, which improves on red iron but still carries some of the same challenges. And fourth is the tube leg open web design, the most refined system for residential Barndominium use. The tube leg system was developed specifically by demand from the Barndominium industry because builders kept running into the same interior, finishing nightmares with other steel systems. The tube leg solved every one of those problems by engineering a flat, clean interior and exterior surface with zero column intrusion into the living space. Here is how it works structurally. The straight 6-inch steel tube columns replace tapered legs. Open web trusses sit closer together at 12 feet on center rather than the 25 to 30 feet spacing in red iron buildings. Wall girts, which are the horizontal studs, are set on edge and flush-mounted on 2-foot centers. This creates a surface you can finish directly without building a separate interior stud wall in front of it. That 2-foot center girt spacing is what makes the tube leg system genuinely different from every other steel building on this list. But how does this compare to what most people are actually buying? That answer is about to change how you look at every Barndominium kit advertised online. The problem with other steel systems. Let us be completely honest about what is happening in the Barndominium market in 2026. Many companies advertise steel and metal homes when they are actually selling pole barns with steel sheet metal siding wrapped around wood frames. That is a completely different product. Real steel frame Barndominiums fall into a few categories, and understanding their limitations explains exactly why the tube leg design exists. Red iron or rigid frame buildings were built for warehouses. The girts that function as wall studs are spaced 5 to 7 feet apart, compared to the standard 2 feet in a home. This means you cannot finish directly to the building frame. You have to build an entire perimeter stud wall inside the steel building just to have something to attach drywall to. You lose interior space. You spend extra money on materials and labor, and the flat ceiling look you imagined is complicated by trusses that can intrude up to 3 feet into the interior with cord bracing running through your finished wall. The standard roof pitch on red iron is 1 to 2 in 12, which is nearly flat and gives your home zero visual appeal from the exterior. Open web designs improved on red iron by tightening truss spacing to 12 feet on center and aligning girts for direct finish. However, they still require you to work around cord bracing in the walls and wind bracing that runs from truss to truss inside the girt line. These are steel cables and rods that cross through the wall cavity and can complicate window placement, door placement, and interior layout. The tube leg design eliminates all of that. There is no cord bracing in the walls that intrudes into the interior. There is no wind bracing to route around. The straight tube column sits flush, giving you a clean, flat surface on both the interior and exterior. You finish directly to the steel frame, with no additional stud walls and no money wasted building a house inside your steel building. You might be wondering what happens to the structural integrity if they removed all that bracing. The engineering answer is more clever than you would expect, because the way tube-leg buildings handle structural loads is actually a more efficient system than what most residential builders are currently using. The design advantages in real terms. Let us translate the engineering into what this actually looks like when you are building and living in one of these homes. Interior finish freedom is the #1 advantage. Because there are no cord braces or wind braces interrupting the wall cavity, and because the girts are already at 2-foot centers flush to the column, you apply insulation directly and then drywall directly. No extra framing, no boxing around obstructions, no creative workarounds for a steel brace running through the middle of your living room wall. This saves significant time and money in the interior finishing phase. Ceiling options are far more flexible. With the tube leg system, you can have a fully vaulted ceiling using clips added to the trusses for a clean, soaring interior. Or you can frame a flat ceiling above individual rooms. Some owners leave the ceiling open, showing the trusses and the white vinyl back of the insulation for a clean industrial look. All three options work cleanly with the tube leg system. Lofts and second floors are a straightforward addition. The system accommodates a full or partial second floor using an exclusive mezzanine system, either post-supported from the foundation or hung from the roof structure. If you want a second-floor master bedroom overlooking a double-height great room below, the tube leg system handles that without the structural compromises you face in other systems. Wraparound porches, overhangs, and lean-tos are all compatible. You can add overhangs from 4 to 14 feet, self-supporting, partial or full wraparound porches at 4 to 14 feet wide, and connected buildings in L-shape or T-shape configurations with different roof lines or heights, connected with breezeways. Exterior flexibility is another significant benefit. Because the sheet metal on a tube leg building is not part of the structural integrity of the building, unlike red iron designs, you can use alternative exterior materials: brick, stone, lap siding, board and batten, stucco. You have options that make these homes nearly indistinguishable from traditional construction from the curb. That exterior flexibility is exactly why tube-leg barndominiums photograph better, appraise better, and sell better than standard metal building homes in most markets. But what does the interior actually look like when it is finished? And how does the insulation work when you are dealing directly with a steel frame? Insulation and interior finish steel conducts heat and cold. This is not a mystery, and it is the one area where tube-leg barndominium owners need to be dialed in during the planning phase, or they will pay for it in energy bills for years. The tube leg system has an additional 6-inch insulation cavity built into the wall girt design. This is a major advantage. The girts being set on edge and flush-mounted create that cavity automatically, so you have full depth for insulation without losing any interior space. Your insulation options for tube leg barndominiums in 2026 are spray foam, batt insulation, and rigid board, or combinations of these approaches. The most popular approach among high-performance builders is a thermal break layer on the exterior steel, which prevents the steel frame itself from transferring temperature directly into the interior. Spray foam applied to the interior then creates the airtight envelope. This combination results in energy efficiency that matches or exceeds well-built traditional wood frame homes. Drywall installation goes directly to the girts. No floating walls, no double framing. Ceilings can be drywall over the trusses for a vaulted look, or standard flat ceilings framed in below the trusses for rooms requiring standard ceiling heights. Interior partition walls are standard wood stud construction, built from the floor up, which gives you complete freedom to design your floor plan. The fact that you design your own floor plan after the steel structure is up is one of the most underappreciated advantages in barndominium construction. Real costs. In 2026, let us talk honest numbers, because this is where a lot of content online gets vague or outdated. Building kit packages for tube-leg barndominiums start at approximately $10 per square foot and go up to about $30 per square foot, depending on options such as second floors, wraparound porches, dormers, and connected buildings. The standard kit includes all main framing, secondary framing, exterior sheeting, trim, closures, fasteners, and stamped building plans. For a complete project cost, use this formula as your planning baseline. Assembly runs approximately $6 per square foot as a base. Concrete foundation runs $6 to $8 per square foot. Electrical and plumbing run $8 to $10 per square foot. HVAC runs $7 to $9 per square foot. Insulation runs $2 to $3 per square foot at the building level, though spray foam adds more. Interior finish runs $30 to $35 per square foot. Add architectural drawings, permits, and utility connection fees on top of those numbers. When you add all of this up with a mid-range interior finish, tube-leg barndominiums in 2026 run $70 to $100 per square foot for a complete move-in ready home. Compare that to conventional wood construction at $120 to $180 per square foot nationally, and you are saving 10 to 20% while getting a more durable, lower maintenance structure. For context, Barndominium costs nationally in 2026 range from $95 to $145 per square foot for standard finishes and $150 to $220 per square foot for premium builds across all Barndominium types. Tube leg systems sit at the more efficient end of that range because they eliminate the hidden labor costs that come with other steel building systems. Available sizes run from 600 square feet up to 12,000 square feet and larger, with home widths from 12 to 60 feet. Roof pitches from 1 in 12 up to 12 in 12 are available, which gives you genuine architectural flexibility. Here is what nobody talks about when comparing Barndominium costs. Two buildings with identical quoted prices can have wildly different actual completion costs based entirely on which steel system they use, and that gap is often $20,000 to $40,000. The myths that stop people from building. Every time tube-leg Barndominium content comes up, the same 5 misconceptions follow. Let us address all of them directly. Myth 1. Lightning is dangerous in a steel home. False. Steel is a positive conductor to the earth. The energy goes straight to ground, which is actually safer than wood construction, where a strike can ignite the frame. The same protection applies to live electrical wire exposure inside the home. Myth 2. Mold and mildew will be a problem. False. Mold requires mold spores, moisture, and organic material for food. Steel contains zero organic material. Properly insulated steel homes do not support mold growth in the frame. Myth 3. Steel homes are noisier than wood frame homes. False. When both are properly insulated. The insulation does the acoustic work, not the framing material. A well-insulated tube-leg Barndominium is as quiet as any wood frame home. Myth 4. Steel interferes with Wi-Fi, television, and radio reception. False. Steel homes do not interfere with wireless signals, Wi-Fi, or over-the-air reception. Myth 5. You cannot get a real home look from a steel building. The tube-leg system directly contradicts this. With exterior material flexibility, available dormers, wraparound porches, multiple roof pitches, and a clean interior finish surface, these homes look and live exactly like custom-built traditional homes. That exterior material flexibility is the single biggest reason tube-leg Barndominiums are gaining ground in markets where traditional metal buildings have historically been rejected. Who should build a tube-leg Barndominium? This design is the right fit for specific situations, and being honest about that matters more than hyping one solution as perfect for everyone. You are an excellent candidate if you want a fully custom floor plan in a steel structure without the interior finishing nightmares of other systems. If you need a combination of living space, shop, garage, and storage under one roof, the open concept clear span design and floor plan freedom are unmatched at this price point. If you are building in an area with extreme weather, the structural strength and storm resistance of the tube leg system provides serious protection. If long-term, low-maintenance construction matters to you, steel that will not rot, warp, split, mold, or require exterior paint replacement every few years is a significant lifestyle advantage. If you are in an HOA that restricts metal buildings, the tube leg system's exterior material flexibility may solve that problem entirely, since you can apply brick, stone, or lap siding over the steel frame. If resale value in a traditional market concerns you, the cleaner interior finish, conventional-looking exterior options, and lower long-term maintenance costs all work in your favor compared to other metal building systems. The honest limitations: no building system is perfect, and you deserve the complete picture. Financing still requires patience. Many conventional lenders are not familiar with tube-leg steel construction and will treat these as non-traditional structures. You will need to work with lenders experienced in barndominium and steel home financing, or approach the project with construction to permanent loans through lenders who specifically understand the market. Steel requires a thermal break. Skipping the exterior thermal break insulation is a mistake. Without it, the steel frame conducts cold and heat directly into the wall cavity, and your energy bills will reflect that permanently. This is not optional. It is a fundamental part of building a properly performing tube-leg home. Local code and zoning research is non-negotiable before you purchase a kit. Some areas have restrictions on metal residential structures, and some jurisdictions require specific engineering certifications for steel frame homes. Always verify your local building department requirements before ordering. DIY assembly requires commitment. Tube leg systems are designed with the do-it-yourself builder in mind and come with full assembly manuals and manufacturer support. But this is not a weekend project. If you are going the owner-builder route, plan your timeline and crew realistically. Here is what I will leave you with. In 2026, the barndominium market is saturated with options, and most first-time buyers are making their decisions based on kit price alone. The builders who end up with the homes they actually imagined are the ones who understood the construction system before they signed a purchase order. The tube-leg barndominium is not the cheapest kit on the market, but it is the system engineered to cost less by the time construction is finished. And that is the number that actually matters. If you found this breakdown useful, hit that like button right now, because it helps more people find honest information about alternative housing. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because we cover barndominiums, Quonset huts, dome homes, and alternative building systems with the same depth every single week. Drop a comment below telling me which steel building system you are currently considering, and I will personally respond to help you think through the comparison. And if you want to go deeper on barndominium costs, floor plans, and real build examples, check out the videos linked on screen right now. I will see you in the next one.